Hello students, today we are going to complete the topic article writing. Okay, article writing. First of all, in 12th class this question is asked for 10 marks and for 10th class this question is asked for 8 marks. But this year, in the year 2020-21, this question is going to be asked for 5 marks only. Is that clear? The question will be asked for 5 marks. So now we can do one thing. Here we can cross it because it is going to ask for only 5. And here format is for 1 marks. Content is for not 5 marks, this is for 10 marks question, so here content is for 3 marks only, and expression is also only for 1 marks. So now we can deduct all these things, but in our main examination in the next year or for the coming year, the question is going to be asked for the same 10 marks, so the marking will be of the same 5, 4 in that way. But now this question is going to be asked for 5 marks, 1 marks for format, 3 marks for content, 1 marks for expression, and in the expression we will see grammatical accuracy, appropriate words, spellings, and the coherence ideas, that they must be relevant. Let's see what is the exact meaning of this article writing. Article writing, an article is a piece of descriptive, imaginative or narrative writing about a particular subject. It must be clearly understood that these must be descriptive, the ideas must be clear, they must be on the imagination you can use, or you can use some narrations about the topic, a particular topic. You cannot go beyond the topic. Mostly these are published in newspaper, in some journals or magazines. So it is a long writing basically. Article writing involves high creativity, means you have to be creative at a good level. Wide range of vocabulary, you can use a good vocabulary in this question. This will show that how impressive your language would be. And the knowledge of the subject, it must be completed. Comprehensive knowledge must be there. So you must take care of all these points. When you are going to write down an article, we should go with these things. The idea should be descriptive, imaginative. Our creativity should be good. Vocabulary, we must use formal words, formal language, and knowledge, it is really to be appropriate. Now we are going to discuss about the format. First of all, how we are going to write the things. In the format, firstly we have to write down the heading or title at the top, in the middle, in that way, and below, just below this, if you are going to write down headings here, that means the byline should be here. Byline should be here, just below the title, or you can use at the left hand side. But if by chance you forget to write down here, just up below the title, we can write writer's name at the bottom. Okay, at the bottom we can write after completing our article. Now these are the most valuable things. Value points, how we can write a good article. First of all, we must concentrate at the title. It should reflect the gist of the subject matter. It should be brief, pithy and appropriate. the title should be so much appropriate that it can clear what you are going to write down in the article or which topic you are going to write. Then your whole subject means whole article, it must be divided in some 3 to 4 paragraphs, because for 10 marks question the word limit is 150 to 200. Is that clear? But now because the question is for 5 marks only, so we can say the word limit is only 100 to 120 words. Is that clear? Now we can remove this for at least this session. Your word limit, these 3-4 paragraphs must be, these 120 words must be divided into 3 to 4 paragraphs. What we are going to write in first paragraph, it should be discussed now. We have to write down the introduction. Introduction not of us but of the topic. How? We must tell briefly about the article what we are going to write. Some startling facts should be there so that the people can be attracted, because our first impression is the last impression. So we should start with some nice fact by which the reader can understand some new things they are going to learn. And we can use also some quotation so that the interest can be developed. We can start with some quotations or proverbs. It depends completely up to us. But we are not going to write down the definitions of the subject. Our topic, as suppose there is topic is related to the child labor, so we cannot write, there is no need to write about the what is child labor. Just write down how the child labor's condition is in this country. It is clear. That means we must concentrate at the highlights in present scenario. In the paragraph second and third, or how many you are using in the middle before the conclusion, last paragraph should be of conclusion. If you are writing 3 paragraphs, so this paragraph should be second and this one should be third. If you are using 4, then it's okay, and more than 4, so the last must be conclusion, and in the middle you will write down all the ideas. What you must do, you must develop some cause and you must write down the effects of the problem. Whatever the topic is given in the examination, you must find out some causes behind that problem and how these things are going to affect on the society, either on human or some environment or some animals, how this is going to be affected. This part of the article should contain appropriate facts. We have to give. Listen here. If we are writing only our own views, nobody is going to take it in serious or take any interest in that. Whatever we are writing, there is no need to use much points. Only take 2-3 points. And we have to prove them by writing or by giving some evidence on the facts, some figures, like if suppose we are going to write child labor, so we can write down that according to the survey, Indian government survey or any organization survey, any NGO survey, that around 20% children are involved in child labor. So these figures must be mentioned there. You can put down some arguments. If the people are saying, you can give some statistical data also to prove your arguments, whatever you are saying. Reflections, how these things are going to reflect. It should be developed logically and a proper link of each detail should be maintained. It is really nice thing. A proper link must be there. Which information you are writing there, that must be connected to next and before information. You can put down some statistical data, just we have discussed this one, because we have to prove what we are going to say, or what we have said it is correct. Then compare and contrast. The comparison with other countries or other options like child labor, we can compare with other countries how they are giving some benefits to the children, and some highlighted ideas. You have to point out the main situations, main points of your topic. In the last paragraph, conclusion. Conclusion should not be abrupt, it must be clear, no vague or shady. The ideas, whatever you have written there, the conclusion must be clear after reading that. So you have to give only in 1 or 2 sentences the conclusion, by which the person can understand on behalf of this whole study which conclusion we have cleared. Briefly offer, you can put some suggestions also, you can put some solutions so that the situation can be improved, and also you can give some predictions if the things are going to be taken care, how it can be beneficial or it is going to be not beneficial. We must take care of all these things. Now point number 3, systematic presentation of ideas is must. It is mandatory that presentation of our ideas must be systematic. Our ideas should not be scattered basically. We should not write in that way that related to one idea we have given some points in the first part, in the first paragraph, or in before of the just when we are starting second paragraph, and half of the information is given at the last. No, it must be in that way that if you are writing some presentation, some ideas, they must be at together at one place. You must pay some attention on the grammatical accuracy. It is mandatory there, that because even this time it is going to be beneficial for only 1 marks, but basically it will develop your marking also, as well as your ideas will be cleared, and most importantly your presentation will be beautiful. And good vocabulary, it also going to give some benefits to you when you are going to write this. Use sentences, linkers to ensure continuity, like consequently, similarly, finally, moreover. In such way you can connect the sentences. It means we must concentrate at some compound or complex sentences so that the ideas can be linked with other information. Mostly this is the problem with the students. They use to write only that they must complete all the word limit. For that they start to write some irrelevant information, or they repeat their lines, they repeat their ideas twice or thrice. This is not going to be beneficial for you in any way. So irrelevant information and repetition, both the things must be avoided. Word limit, because this year this question is going to be asked only for 5 marks, so word limit is for this year in 2020-21 is 100 to 120 words for 5 marks. Otherwise you must stay here with 150 to 200 words. Now we can see one question. After these ideas, this is the question. Total education means the development of personality. Total education means the development of personality. It means the development not only of mind and spirit but also of the body. Games and sports therefore are an essential part of school curriculum, but unfortunately many schools don't take them seriously. So we have to write down the article in around 120 words. Okay. So now we can see some value points which you are going to use when you will write this article. What is the aim of education? You must clear the idea that aim of education is not only the development of mind, but it is about the holistic development of a child, overall development, spiritual development, mental development, physical development. Sports and games are always beneficial for our curriculum. How? Because it is not only essential part of our curriculum, but it provides us many values. Values of which type? Like leadership. We know leadership. We know cooperation. We start to plan some strategy. We start to do plans, and these all things can be utilized in curriculum, in study also. But still some problems are there. Many schools don't have playgrounds, so for that some importance must be given, so that these values can be developed among the children. Is that clear? Now it is your duty now, so you should write down an article, try to use all the value points, and definitely it is going to be beneficial for you. Thank you. Take care.